Well, hey there, sign of Leo. This is Kim here to deliver you messages to be heard over these next 3 days that they come out. Update of the energy. You can really watch them whenever you want, actually. I just feel like constant energy updates are needed at this time. I have been getting the message of activation really strong with the last set of readings I did. So I'm pulling out the Oracle of Genetic Gifts just to see what wants to come out as far as maybe what is activating or what stage in ascension you might be in. So it's kind of the abstract ascension topic I think that we're going to be diving into in this reading. So thank you for being here, by the way. Thank you for all the ways you support the channel, your likes, your comments, just being here, being a part of this channel. Appreciate you immensely. So let's a new deck. Let's start with the new decks, the Quantum Tarot, and let's get one card here from it to give us an overall energy for Leo. Okay, spirit guides, angels, guide us. King of Pentacle. Okay, so you're being guided to, I feel like, take charge in your finances. Maybe to change things, because I mean, in a drastic way, of the way, like the Tower card on the bottom. So there's some big changes coming in. This puts you in lead when it comes to having mastery over your finances, over stability, things like that. So your King of Pentacle is your main energy here, and this is a really lovely energy to be in, especially if you're thinking of doing something on like running your own business or something like that. Or it's just really being in charge here. So maybe this activation or whatever that message is, it has to do with releasing money, things that were money blocks, or even just essentially the energy changing. Wow, separation. Definitely changing. I feel like I should take that Tower out, you know? Because I feel, and we also have this reaping the harvest and a change of seasons on the bottom with autumn. Yeah, I feel like this Tower, it's under, wow. What is happening? Oh yeah, okay, I know I said just one, but there's something going on. There's a high level soul contract coming into your life, and this is divinely guided. Picking up also on some Leos who are stepping into a role, whether you know it or not, as being like a spiritual leader for others. Things are changing, and as your main message here is that there's going to be like collapse of old systems. It's already going on. There's going to be collapse of how the money system is, and it's going to change. And at least those are the messages that I've been getting for 3 years now, is that it's all going to change. And so new ways are having to come about. This is also bringing about, like, there's a lot going on with this, because this is a representation of all of us reorganizing ourselves innerly and what we're seeing on the outside. If we're seeing everything really change, wake up to new things, doesn't mean everything's going to completely come down, but to me it means that it's going to be restructured, and you're like a leader in this. You're a leader in this. I think there's a big focus on what the goal is here, to live a happy life, a successful life, where emotionally you're feeling good too. Like, just getting the message of not wanting to be on the hamster wheel, feeling drained by career or job, or the financial issues going on, knowing the importance of putting that self, the love into every area of your life. So this is completion on all of those levels, even finances with the 10 of Cups. It is an emotional completion, but you're changing things. You're changing things. And you might be a very important piece in that formula that's new for the restructuring of money is what I'm getting with this. Old things that we were committed to go out. I think new partnerships, because it said there is a divine connection, a divine Hierophant energy. With the wishes granted card from the 9 to the 10, is something that's going to make you feel really happy, self-satisfied. So something going, and I'm saying that something going out because one, well, the tower can represent the crumbling of anything kind of old that doesn't really match this new energy for you. And it can, and with the separation here too, it's like separating from, maybe it's a relationship, a job, a certain way of thinking, the whole paradigm itself that's like collapsing and changing. And so this is being guided together, and I see this key, these keys right here on the card, like there's going to be a key person, it feels like, that comes in or that's coming in to your experience. It's ultimately going to bring a lot of happiness here, Leo. It's going to help you find gold. And if you look at, they're wanting you to look at this last situation that you were in as whatever you're separating from or whoever you're separating from, that you both get a gold ball when you go on your way. You both had something to gain from it. Okay, so you both find gold. You both go in a different direction. And here's the gold that you find. And interesting is it's a little bit more than what you got from this last experience. I'm going to say it. This experience may have, or it might be that you're separating from, might be pushing you into something much bigger, because that, it looks like a little gold ball and then there's a huge disc behind it. So big focus on your pentacle here with all of these energies. I feel like a big focus on the pentacles, on the finances, on your stability. It's all grounded in love, though, and the emotional completion. Should we get this one? Not yet. Not yet. Let's get this archetype deck out. Maybe it will tell me what kind of archetype Leo is going to be manifesting for themselves. Because this is definitely like this Hierophant can represent a person that has a very strong spiritual role they're playing here, as being one who is highly connected to Source, God, Creator energy. So that also, a spiritual role is coming through. What archetype is Leo manifesting? Oh, the beast. The beast. What feels good at this? I feel like it's like paying attention to your instincts, to what's driving you. This is our connection to our lower self. We should not be disregarded. We should still pay attention to what is our urge, what is our instinct telling us. This is like letting nature take its course. This is a lot, to me, this is like a lot of going off of feeling and what's innate, what is just in you. So this is a desire, it's a drive, it's a hungry like the wolf. Oh, it's a hungry like the wolf. And that's why you're going to get this gold. And here are the bridges showing that you may be separating from something or someone, but there's not before there's a bridge put down. So there will be a bridge, and this bridge, I strongly feel like it leads you to someone, a partner or somebody who is here to help with this fulfillment, because they're part of it too. With the 10 of Cups, they're part of it. It's you and your external, and you know, having happy home, happy family, happy life, satisfied. What is that quote? Happiness is a not the destination, it is the journey. So it's something you can find along the way the whole time if you choose. So this bridge appears. Okay, so this bridge appears, and it is also, really they're pointing out this key, this connection that you have with Source God Creator here, about premonition even. I'm getting people that already know that this tower is coming down. They already know what they see and feel in the world that's ending, that's going out, and it's actually going out like in a big way. You feel this. Your bridge to what is true, what is pure, what is not false matrix, what is the divine source creator is already established, and perhaps you are going to be that bridge for other people also. So it is a lovely message here. Let's get something from this new deck. I do love using new decks. This one was the gift to the channel. So is that one. So the Cosmos Oracle. Let's see what it wants to add. Always has something interesting to add. And I do want to pull from the Oracle Genetic Gifts to see about where we're at with Ascension here. Or spiritual gifts, abilities, what it wants to point out to Leo. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I've never gotten this card, so I'm definitely going to look it up. But I know these two. So this is beautiful. The spiral has to do with when one thing starts going good and you make one good decision, there's just more positive things. It just keeps on spiraling in that direction. It's a positive direction that I see. But at this little dot here, at this middle point, you have a choice. So it's saying that you could spiral downward. You heard of a downward spiral, right? Was that a 9 Inch Nails? The Downward Spiral? I think that was an album, a really great album, I think, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, if you're ever sad and you want to listen to someone who's more angry than you, then listen to 9 Inch Nails. They always make me a little bit happier, actually. So then the spiral, though, is when you make a choice that is negative towards your like it has a result that ends up being something negative. It seems like it just keeps happening, like things just keep happening negatively, and that's the downward spiral. So this is the point of choice for you, is what they're saying. This is your point of choice. You can choose to see everything that actually is in perfect order in the cosmic dance in the sky of the aurora polaris, which is when we see those colors in the sky and they all seem to mix, kind of like they're dancing with each other. And that's what this card is. So there's a kind of reminds me of those, different colors there in the background. So we're seeing that right now. And it is a choice to see. You can focus on the debris that the tower leaves, or you can look up to the skies instead, because the tower is going to come down. It falls down. You can focus on that stuff, or you can look up to the cosmic dance in the skies and see that even in what we think looks like chaos, it is absolute and perfect order. It's perfection, because it's changing for the better and everything is working out. And to keep your eyes as up into the sky as you can. So I'm going to look this one. I'm going to look that one up, the solar zenith. That's an interesting. I don't know. I really don't know. So solar zenith is beyond the mind. Yeah, okay. Can we go beyond the mind? Meet the sun at its highest point. The solar zenith marks the point where the observer and their energy centers are perfectly aligned. In our microcosm, we have energy points which are aligned linearly, good Lord, sorry, from top to bottom. The energy flows through this in a linear way. The line continues beyond our body, both up and down, making us a tool that connects the sky and earth. Yeah, the bridge. You are the bridge to the source, God energy, the creator energy. And you are the sun, Leos. So the solar zenith is located above the head and forms a ladder straight up to the sky. It is directly related to the last energy point of our microcosm, and it is about our connection to the heavens. Not only did the sun rise for you, but it is in perfect balance for your being. I can't think of a better message than that. Solar zenith. So, yes. Yes. You've obviously made a choice to spiral up. And that's good. And that's good. And that's going to be positive for you. So maybe, Spirit, you can give Leos a little bit more information on their ascension, on gifts and talents at this time. Things they may be experiencing or going through, working through. Ooh, psychic medium. That's interesting. That's interesting because I had a dream that recently, actually, pretty recently, about a spirit guide that was coming to me that saying to focus, and they were talking about a new skill, a new ability that like to focus on, or that will be focused on, and it was about psychic mediumship. It was about post-cognition, the psychic detective picking up more and more easily of energies that are across the veil, wanting to get a message across to loved ones for different reasons. I mean, you could say a spirit, especially if a spirit was needing help to figure out their death or wants their story told, at least to one person, then you might be that person, and you may be feeling a pull to this energy, psychic medium, communicating between spirit worlds. So again, we have this whole, like, your connection to source God energy being very strong, and you are going to be the bridge, which with psychic medium, you're the medium, you're the in-between, you are the bridge. So that also is in alignment with this reading. Wow. Talk about big. Demonologist, entity banishing and removal. Okay. And maybe you help people with their own fears and thought forms that then become these things, these entities, or maybe it goes deeper than that with the demonologist. But this would be about banishing those energies that don't really need to be affecting people negatively. It would be about your ability to do that. Maybe it's because of your connection that there's some sort of energy or power that you have within this connection to be able to, through intent, through focus, like my dream, through focus, be able to do this. I'm getting the feeling like these are two things that we don't know about necessarily. Like maybe little bits of experiences, but not understanding what our true power is within these two things. And it's, well, I think it's going to be made more known to what that is about. Or a reader. As well as the aurora. So, aura reader, advisor, photographer, energy reader. And with that animal card coming out, I think that I had an intent that I didn't speak, that I was thinking I would like to clarify how that ties into your gifts or abilities. And what I'm getting is that this is something that comes very natural to you already. This is something you've already been doing, and that you just don't know how good you are, because you're actually really, really good. And if I'm saying that, then there must be a reason, or like a knock on the door from Spirit to say, hey, there's a call right now for you to use this. That's why it would be coming out. So this is a gift. This is a talent that you've always been able to do. Let's try it again, and if they want to come out, they will. Angel numbers, very significant. Yes. Angel numbers, synchronicities. And that's always so interesting that on this card, it looks like there's 3 lines, and like 111 underneath that. It's just by the fading though of the card. And my 111 in the angel number deck means, yes, your angels want to co-create with you at this time. Like they're wanting to work on a project to manifest something. Magician energy times 3. Now I always see that. I always find that so interesting. So ascension number 6, chemical ether, light quota and body is 33%. Regardless of the numbers here, I think this is saying that there is more light entering your body more and more. This would say to me that you have purged a lot of darker energies. You have allowed this crystalline structure to try to start taking place and getting in your body, like the light getting more and more into your body. So I would say that there's been a process of purging that is maybe almost complete for something to be activated within you, because the DNA, the light codes can come in, but it has to have a place to be channeled through. And so this is saying like success on that end there. And these are older cards, by the way. So of course this is when Twitter was a little bird, and now it is X. I don't know, Twitter. What's going on here? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What is this about? Okay, this is about you communicating, right? I'm not on Twitter. You don't have to be on Twitter. I mean, you can be. It's fine if you are. It's a social media platform just like any other, right? But this is about spiritual involvements and participations. It's about making your voice be known and heard throughout this constellation of people out there. So getting your message heard. That's funny. Okay, so then I'm going to pull from the 108 Oracle, and I'll wrap up your reading. Maybe it's your communication that helps, and you, through the intent, wake up some people as to what has been influencing them, or what has been invading their consciousness, their decisions, assisting in a spiral downward. Maybe all someone needs to do is hear you say something, and it activates something in them. So this is like, I see this as like the positive and the negative here in my thinking. It's like this could counteract this in a sense. So there is something very powerful about what you spell out loud, what you speak out loud, and your intent, and knowing that you are much more powerful than you even realize here. And I think it does have to do with you being a Leo sign, or having Leo in your placement strongly, because of this connection to the sun. So there's purpose in everything. And so that connection, there's purpose in that. It has to do with these changes. I'm getting a timing card coming out, first and foremost, of 1 to 3 months. I think it's when you're going to see the aurora polaris in your life. So when you will be able to look up and say, okay, now I see how it was a perfect cosmic dance Now I see how everything was being arranged perfectly. Time to out with the old, in with the new. Something is being eclipsed out of your life. Something new is coming in. And so this just represents the old car. To me, it's the tower energy coming down. Weary, retired, exhaustion, stuck in the past, stuttering, enduring the good old days, old habits die hard, needs restoration. And then, like I said, the new, something being eclipsed into your life. Does say union of opposites, conceal, event, mask, upstage, a temporary block, sudden darkness, and then the reveal. The old being eclipsed out. Well, it might be a union of opposites. I did say there might be a union, right? A divine counterpart, a union, something satisfying. Chocolate. And it's time. So, look, at this point in my life, saying that something's going to take 1 to 3 months doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm like, okay, well, even if somebody says something might take a year, I'm like, all right, well, I've been in this stage for so many years now that I'm just, time, it seems almost irrelevant at this point. Like, it happens when it happens, and it's all perspective anyway. So, you're watching timelines shift, basically, right before your eyes, right in your experience. And now it's going to be time, I think it's closer than maybe you think, for something to be revealed about a partner, a person that has a strong contract with you for this part of your life. Agreements, bonds, strong connections, union, partner, counterpart, lovers, telepathy, like-minded people, a committed partner, engaged, interconnected, and a soulmate. All of the people that are being brought in at this time, very significant soul group feeling. I'm getting a feeling of soul group. That's why I'm getting a feeling of activations happening at the same times with certain groups, certain star seeds. I can say star seeds, although I feel like we're all probably from the stars, but you know what I mean. Pulling in a different dimension of energy, a high dimension of energy. I feel like you're going to be like a dog shaking off fleas when it comes to fear. Just shaking it all off. Like, oh, that's annoying. Like, I don't know. Already had the treatment, and now there's just a few things, and now we just have to shake them off. I know that's kind of a gross example, but that's kind of the example I'm getting here. Is like, it's the last bit of fear to be shaken off. So chocolate says satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac. Oh, it says fine dining. That's right up my alley. I think the Waite to my heart is through the stomach for sure. Maybe not chocolates, but I like salt and buttery stuff. Fattening stuff. Smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, and an elevated mood. Whoa. Oh, 1111. And I don't want to leave that out. 25 that says, I'm intelligent. You need to realize and affirm to yourself how much awareness you already have, because you like to learn about mysteries. You like to discover new things. So, yes, affirm. 25. And there's 5 5s there. So, your intelligence is going to be needed for these changes. 1111, you are awakening. And the right people are being arranged on your path. Says the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and help you wake up to who you truly are. I'm awakening with 1111. What a beautiful reading for you, Leos. I'm sending you so much love, and I do appreciate you joining me every time. All right, bye.